All I need is one mic. That's all I need.
He's cold. I know he's cold. I need a jacket.
Hi. You remember when I messed with my car up a few years ago? Everything was like it always was. Made the same drinks I always do, gin and rum over cranberry and ice. Take the same route I still do, the one that winds around the bend where the roads are darkest, the stars are brightest, and the deer sometimes come out to play by the stream so naturally. I thought the dilated pupils belonged under a set of antlers, fear frozen in face as a trace animalistic critters don't know to traverse streets at crosswalks, so you can't blame them for getting caught up under someone's tires. Roadkill is mundane repetition. This man should have known better. Looked both ways. Heard the modified exhaust roaring from behind the bend. Who walks out into the middle of a street from a blind spot anyway? It wasn't my fault. I tried to avoid him, but my reflexes aren't what they used to be. He shouldn't have been standing there so abruptly. I couldn't stand hearing bones crunch as he bounced off the concrete. Must have been about 42 feet before his body stopped sliding. I can still hear him screaming. Choking on blood, a lion's roar, now mouse-like. I tried to save him. I tried, but splattered entrails will show you how dirty the pavement is. Warm under the crisp night air, couldn't stuff them back in, vacuum the blood clogging his lungs, reduce pain from bloodshot eyes. I wish I was God enough to make your sacrifice worthwhile. Why couldn't you dodge this ram charging from behind the bush? I want to know your name, understand your last words, maybe give you a proper burial. I hope you won't be missed. I've got kids to think about. I can't let anybody know what you did. I'm doing what I have to, covering your body with my shame before the sun comes out. Can't let light illuminate our secrets. It's dawn now, so why doesn't it feel like a new day? Took my weapon to the car wash on the corner. Do you know how many cycles it takes to get the blood out? I scrub religiously every day. Should I get baptized again? Turn myself in. I would, but you know I'm not gonna do that. I see everything too clearly. Bartender, can you help me forget? Make me another drink already. Only this time, Everclear on ice. Oh yeah, just one more preface. The previous poem is a poem based out of truth combined with the fear. And the next poem is a conversation that should have happened. The first time I hugged my friend's mother, she said it's okay. I know. I looked at her confused, trying to understand what a woman I just met could possibly know about me. She replied in a whisper, "People like us will know us." Her voice, secretly handing me a baton in a relay that I never knew that I was in. I looked into the deep calm of her face and tried to read her hieroglyphic expressions with the Rosetta Stone, knew that somewhere a mummified truth has resurrected from a pyramid subconscious that as a child, I'd been molested by a family friend. For years, I filed victim under forgotten. Everything didn't migrate south when I moved from Boston. I left behind the touches in the basement that never should have happened, and somehow she knew. We scarred souls, sparking static electricity without words. There was conversation, there was consolation, and eventually I forgot again. 10 years later, I met a young lady who was trying to explain to me why she was so complicated. I told her it's okay. I know. Looked into her confused eyes and Remembered what it was like to decipher understanding. With a hug, I passed her a baton of reassurance because some people don't know why they're still running. I told her people like us will know us, can understand the vibrations of the universe, that silk threads can be jail cell bars, and every meal stale bread. I know what it's like to question your worth, to wonder if every relationship is doomed before it starts. Afraid to hug because people are too close. Afraid to love because people too close. Afraid to live because people close suffocated from close people violating you. I know that nothing is simple now, that every decision is a trade-off, that me touching you prevents you from touching me back, confusing Van Gogh love for street graffiti affection, and still daring to be an art critic. I just don't want to be appraised, to find my value lacking, to display my flaws so charcoal when I should be an oil painting. Girl, we are masterpieces, knife cut positive, watercolor mistakes. Don't allow smudged circumstance to ruin your exquisiteness. It's okay to be complicated. A ball of yarn that is so wound and tight, unwilling to unwind, but you have the potential of Arabian cotton to be woven into function, into beauty, to grow beyond the pale moonlight. That's why I'm writing this hug to you, to remind you that your pain is not your identity, that you are more than an inescapable nightmare. Do not allow your confusion to condemn you. I know your past seems like a black hole, and you wonder if you will ever be bright enough to be seen again, bright enough to love again, bright enough to be whole again before someone ripped that piece from you. And I promise you that one day, you're gonna hug someone. The baton is gonna drop out of your hands. And that's when you'll know. You'll just